Good morning, everyone. If we could begin to take our seats, we'll get ready to start our service this morning. I know it's so good to see everybody. We all want to get caught up and share. And I want to really thank all of you for coming out in the smoke today and being here to help bring your energy here to our sanctuary, to the center, and so we can all join together in helping to stop this fire that's going on. So good morning once again to everybody here. Good morning to our YouTube people, where you're probably in much healthier conditions than we are right now. But thank you all for being here this morning. I am Patricia Howler, licensed Unity teacher here and spiritual leader at Unity Clear Lake Center. And I'm going to be the platform person today because we have a TED Talk from Jeddah for our actual message for our service this morning. So I invite you all to just sit back, relax, and close your eyes. And just find yourself comfortable. In the beginning was the One presence of the undivided and unmanifest pure Spirit of life, light, and love. In its generosity, it shared itself, its consciousness, and its love in the visible form of creation. We acknowledge this presence within us and as us, the creative energy of the divine feminine and masculine, expressing in all of our giftedness and creativity. We acknowledge this presence in our companion, Mother Earth, and in all sentient beings. This universal presence in everything we call the Christ. And we light this candle this morning as a visible reminder of that Christ's presence expressing in us, as us, and through us. In this present now moment, it is the truth. Let us own it. And now if you would please stand for our opening song, Everything I Need.
Everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me. Is available to me through the mind of God in me. Everything I need to do about what lies before me, everything I need to do about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God in me. Everything I need for peace about what lies before me, everything I need for peace about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God. everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me through the mind of God within me, through the mind of God within me, through the mind of God within me.
Beautiful. Thank you. And as we take our seats this morning, I invite you to go within and just become quiet. This morning, we hold in our hearts all our friends, family members, acquaintances, and those we do not know that are being affected by the fires, not only here in California, but around the world. So I'd like to ask that we just go within to a very deep place and bring up all of the Christ love that you have inside of you, and bring it into your hearts. And from your hearts, I invite you to send that love out to the world, out to every place that is experiencing fire ravaging through their countryside. I'm going to invite you to bless the fire and surround those fires with love. Love is the greatest energy that we have in this world. It can move mountains, and it can stop fire. It can calm the energy of destruction that's within the fire. And as we surround every place in this world that is suffering the ravages of fire, we hold all in those areas with love for their safety, their well-being, their protection. And as we do that, we also want to read the prayer list that we have for those who have asked for prayer here. And together, we all set the intention that as each name on this prayer list is read, that person is bathed in love and their highest good comes to them. Kathy, Matthew, and baby Merritt. Rebecca, Doug, and Ava Mora. Shauna Hugh. Christopher Zumwalt. Susan Healy Harmon. Sharon Watson. Frank Potts. Carolyn Duty and family. Ernest Chesney. Don Stoll. Mike Shearer, Carlos Lizardo, Brad and Kristen Bentley, Patty Wade, the Henry family, the Dowling family, Zion Morgan, Bree Seitz, Michelle Harris, Saxon, Jennifer Mucci, Pavel Jedlinka, Forrest Newey, Tamara Montre, Fred Metzer, Gary Barnes, Richard Wood, Marilyn Peters, Michael McGurr, the CAL FIRE workers everywhere. Prayers for peace everywhere. For a full and successful Jeddah event here at UGC. And let's join together with our prayer for all of those. There is only one presence and one power, active as the universe and as our lives, the all-loving goodness of God, and all is well. And now we'll have a reading of our daily word. Our daily word for today is remember. You live in my heart. Whether they have passed on recently or many years ago, the people for whom I have cared deeply are alive in my heart. If I feel sad or lonely for those I miss, I pause to recall a special memory or something unique about them that made even ordinary days seem magical. Reflecting on the love and the joy we shared and the blessings their lives afforded me, I feel comforted. I am thankful that these memories will always be mine to treasure. I know that life does not end with death. Life is eternal, and my loved ones will always be beautiful, beloved expressions of spirit. I am grateful those who have passed from this life experience continue to live in spirit and are forever in my heart. And from Psalm 112, verse 6, for the righteous will never be moved. They will be remembered forever. Amen. And now we have the empowerment song.
Letting the power of God work its wonder in me. I'm letting the power of God work its wonder in me. I'm letting the power of God work
you. Now, this morning we have a special TED Talk that we are going to show. Jeddah Molly will be here the 14th, 15th, 16th of October, and this will give us a little chance to see who she is and some of her thoughts and ideas. So if we could just close all the lights down so that the screen can show up even better, that would be great.
So one little disclaimer for this talk is that I want to take you very quickly over the last 200,000 years of our time here. I want to pause probably for about 15 minutes in the present moment, and then I want us to project ourselves forward to see whether the next 200,000 years are going to be any different. And I think it's these great spans of time that we need to look at if we really want to understand the context of the human being in relation to life, and also our impact here and the legacy that we want to leave. So this is our world. And I don't mean our world as in it uniquely belongs to us, but I mean this is the world that we have created, how we live. This is where we're up to after 200,000 years. And I just want you to ask yourselves really deeply, don't gloss over this, but I want you to ask yourself individually as well as collectively, is this outcome inevitable? Is this all we can manage? And could we do better? Is this how we want to treat nature? Are these the kind of statistics that we are proud of? And even though you may feel that you haven't done anything individually towards these outcomes, and certainly here at Findhorn, you're doing your darndest to minimize the damage and the risk of human beings to our Earth, something is nevertheless happening. We occupy a planet with people who treat animals like this. And these are some of the hard facts that we need to face. The reason that I want to include humans so much in this discussion is because we often feel that humans are not to be trusted with looking after planet Earth. We can't be trusted to even get along with each other. We have collectively formed an opinion that we are not reliable, we're not capable, and we're certainly not trustworthy to be managing our planet. And that we can't really expect any outcome other than the one we've got. And that's the one that I want to challenge this evening. But if we want to bring about change, we need certain conditions, do we not? If we're just going to wait for evolution, then some of those slides that I showed you will just keep on happening. Evolution is a slow process. We would need to all want the same thing, and you say, well, you know, good luck with that, maybe when hell freezes over. But actually, I've had the opportunity and the privilege to speak publicly all around the world now for many, many years. And I ask my audience, what is it that you want? They all want the same thing. We all want the same thing. We want to be loved, we want to be cared for, we want to be treasured, we want to be acknowledged, we want to feel good. Nobody willingly signs up for pain, discord, disillusionment, alienation, conflict, and despair. My findings over the last 30 years have showed me something. That we are trying to make things work here on Earth without really understanding the underlying mechanics. Because it appears that these hidden mechanics in life are a crucial influence in the results we're getting. So there's a reason why these things happen. There's a reason that we've got the kind of outcomes that we've got on our planet. There's a reason human beings have turned out the way they are. And that continued misunderstanding is responsible for the challenges we have now and the increased challenges that we will face as we go into the future. No one can argue that the challenges haven't ramped up. They've become much more intense, and we can all feel that in our own lifetime. But unless we understand what life is, how can we hope to live it well? How can we hope to all get on the same page? Our present understanding of human beings is based on the physical appearance of things. Man is a physical creature, but that's not all he is. And unless we start to factor in the non-physical aspects of being, we're always going to be operating blind. And when we operate blind, we actually bring in unintended consequences. And we could say that despite well-intentioned efforts, our planet is drowning in unintended consequences. But we know that all of matter, not just here on Earth, but all matter that exists everywhere in existence, if you were to pull it all together, it would fit on a teaspoon. That's not much, is it? So what is everything else? The rest is space. And we've heard this said many times. And it's space in the form of energy. So unless we can start to understand what is space, what is this energy that makes up all the rest of space, then we are not really going to fully comprehend the full picture. A lot of people feel, academia and science amongst them primarily, that non-physical reality is not a reliable source of evidence. And yet, I think we overlook non-physical reality at our peril. I've been using the phrase, I don't believe I coined it, but I believe I was an early adopter, natural intelligence. There's a lot of buzz around artificial intelligence and what it can do for us. But I believe, as many in the tech world do, Elon Musk included, that the conversation about artificial intelligence is not going to lead us in the right direction until we can start to grasp what is natural intelligence, until we can put as many billions and as much exploration into natural intelligence as currently goes into artificial intelligence. I'm going to share with you some of the common traits and attributes and characteristics that I have seen in working with those thousands of people over 30 years. One is that this energy and the hidden design has a natural structure to it. We think of energy as being amorphous, and because we can't see it, we can only see its effects. We don't see the natural order and symmetry and patterns. But patterns are well known to mathematicians. And you can decode these patterns and make the most beautiful working model in mathematics or in physics. And this model and these patterns are so fundamental to the fabric of life and the order of life that they actually can provide us with what I like to call a unified model, a unified framework that is extremely reliable. It operates from the infinitesimally small to the unimaginably vast. So these patterns scale seamlessly without us having to do anything. But I like to think that this unseen pattern of natural intelligence is a tangible model that we can start to see the intangibles of our world, that hidden aspect of our design that influences us and interacts with us all the time and is responsible for so much of what we can do. The next attribute that you find with natural intelligence is that it has an innate nature. Now, you cannot have something and not have a nature. It means when you have something, it must have properties. It must have properties which lend its function. So you cannot say that energy exists of nothing. Energy exists of something, and the something it exists of are these encoded properties. The properties that I have come across in working with so many human beings are those of expansion and lightness and harmony. If you think about expansion and light and harmony, you can see that they are the core ingredients of everything we value in life. If you think about your relationships, love, care, kindness, compassion, they're built on those three ingredients. If you think about courage, trust, dignity, respect, they're also there. And because they're encoded into this unseen design, it means that we have a predisposition towards these qualities. Now, the third attribute that we see is that this energy functions reliably. It isn't chaotic, and even though I have great respect for chaos theory, I do find that there is a reliable function, and this function is able to replicate itself. So you have these qualities of growth, it's a naturally growing system. You have these qualities of the tiny little units of energy are able to replicate themselves over and over and over again. And every time they replicate themselves, they're able to transfer the information and the intelligence and the encoding from one to another. So it's an incredibly robust and resilient system. And the last attribute is that energy is constantly recalibrating. And this is a fascinating aspect and one that can help us a lot as human beings. If energy is constantly recalibrating, it means it is taking in new information and recalibrating the whole system in the light of that information. If we were to transfer that knowledge onto human beings, then we could understand how we could grow and become different. But how do we access this? How do we make use of this? How do we make it work for us? The choices we make reflect our relationship to that unseen design. They reflect the extent to which we understand it, the extent to which we utilize it. How do you experience the present moment? How do you know that you are present? Most of you will say, I can feel something. What is it that you can feel when you're present and you're noticing the present moment and noticing yourself here in the present moment? Could that be the energy that we've been speaking about? And let's take this one step further. I'd like you all to hold a thought of goodwill towards somebody that you care about. You can also do it for somebody you don't know and don't care about, but it's easier if you start with someone you know and care about. Just hold a thought of goodwill. And whilst you're doing that, I'll hold one towards all of you. What happens to that energy in the present moment when you start to intend along those lines? What happens to the sensations you feel and the feedback you're getting? That is your experience. Your experience is showing you your interaction and the state of play between your choices and that hidden energy. And so you see, not only do we have a choice, we have a responsibility, because that energy is responding to us all the time. We can interact with it. That is, our experience is the interface between all that's been laid on and provided and our role as human beings. And because natural intelligence doesn't compete with itself, it operates on a win-win basis. It's predisposed to outcomes that are universally beneficial. George Bernard Shaw said, "Those who can't change their minds can't change anything." I think we do need to change our minds. I do think we need to change our understanding. And I think it's time now to consider, what would the world look like if we worked in concert with natural intelligence? Not just in little pockets, but as a widespread, systemic, humanitarian approach to being here, a responsible approach to being here. One that understands human beings on a far deeper level than we currently give credit for. One that is unified and works on all levels, not just for the rich, not just for the first world nations. Doesn't matter whether we apply it in an individual setting, an organizational setting, a societal setting, a global setting. It works the same. The principles work. One that creates a level playing field. Our world does not give us all equal and free access. Does not all give us equal and free opportunity. Natural intelligence does. And I think most importantly, we need to use an approach that's actually going to take us towards the future that we want and that we deserve. The good news is that the hard work has been done. We don't need to design this. That's already been done. Now it's up to us to take hold of what's been given to us and use it wisely. Thank you for your attention.
And now I invite you to close your eyes and go within yourself to that place where your Christ self resides. And we are going to have a meditation by Jeddah that will assist us in doing what she just has asked us to do.
As you close your eyes and settle in for this brief practice, allow your mind to be calm and quiet. Allow your breathing to be long and even. And allow your body to be relaxed and settled. And allow an inner smile to warm you internally. Just feel this inner smile moving through your whole body. Opening your energy, bringing you into a new state of calm and well-being. And feel the spaciousness that an internal smile brings to your whole state. A gentle elevation and ease. Which are the hallmarks of our conscious awareness. And notice that the heart, particularly enjoys to hold that internal smile. And you can feel it radiating not only in your inner state, but also now extending out in every direction into the environment in which you sit and beyond. Notice the properties of that internal smile. Notice the warmth. Notice the kindness. And notice the quality of love. For in truth, it is so easy for us all to intend and allow and to experience loving kindness. Feel your heart open more and more to allow this quality to radiate from you, through you, and out into the world. And see where loving kindness is most needed. Do you need to be kinder to yourself? If so, send loving kindness to those parts of you now. Let that warmth, that openness, that ease, and that goodwill envelop all the parts of you that have felt criticized, blamed, judged, unworthy. And let your own loving kindness be a source of comfort. Notice how your being responds. Notice how all those little pockets of tightness, sadness, or shadow are lifted up and out. And see too where more loving kindness is needed in the environments that you touch on a daily basis. Perhaps in your family home, perhaps in your workplace, perhaps in your local area, or maybe you want to send loving kindness to all beings, all creatures, to the planet itself. There is no limit to what your loving kindness can touch. See if you can widen that aperture in your heart even further. See if your whole being can become a conduit for loving kindness. And allow it to flow freely, abundantly, joyously, like water cascading down a waterfall. Allow it to flow into the world, through you, from you. And imagine if each human being or to spend 5 minutes a day just sitting quietly and extending loving kindness. Just picture for a moment how our world might look, how it might feel, and how we all might be different. And finally, notice that loving kindness is coming from a source. We are not creating it or inventing it. We are not engineering it in this moment. We are simply allowing it to flow through us. Notice where it is coming from the source of life itself, which is the epicenter of all love and light, the epicenter of all good and beauty, the epicenter of all truth and wisdom. Let us align to that and allow our being to express all these qualities. Feel that internal smile now become an external smile also. Let us be grateful for the simplicity of this beautiful quality. As you close your eyes and settle in,
I don't know how many of you have been joining us during the week for her meditations, but check your e-bulletin and you can get the dates and times and the login to join us for her hour-long, 45-minute to hour-long meditations during the week. And I look so forward to actually seeing her here. So this brings us to the time for our love offering. So if you would take your tithes, your gifts, your love offerings, and hold them over your heart. And if you have already given for the month, if you would just think of that gift and place your hand over your heart with the thought of that gift. Let's join together in our love offering. My heart is open to receive and grateful for all my good. I give fearlessly and with love. And so it is. And now we have some special music. God is so amazing.
God is so amazing, shining through you. God is shining through us. God is so amazing, shining through us. God is so amazing, shining through us. Your heart and my heart, it's the sweetest love. God is so amazing. God is so amazing. God is so amazing, shining through us.
Thank you. So we take these gifts that have been given today and we bless them with the love of the Christ. And we know that these gifts are going to go out not only to assist the center in staying open, but these gifts also go out to help our community and the world. And so it is. So we have a few announcements today. And the first is, I may cry on this one. A very, very special person to this congregation passed away on July 1st, Judith Rain Christensen. And most of you knew her as the front office help assistant for many years. Thursday mornings she would come in and she'd help in every way possible to get everything ready for Sunday, to do things that either myself or Leslie didn't have time to do, couldn't do. She was a blessing to this church, this congregation, to this community. She was involved in many, many things. So I'd like us just to take a moment and send our love to Judith's family, her sisters, her daughter, her son-in-law, and to Judith herself in gratitude for all she gave to us. Thank you, Judith. And next, we are hosting a workshop with Jeddah Molly here at our center. It will be the 14th, 15th, and 16th of October. The two-day workshop is Saturday and Sunday. We are having a free evening on October 14th. One thing is we need to know how many people are going to be here on Friday, because there isn't really a sign up through Jeddah Molly for that. If you are planning on attending Friday night, if you could just call the center and let Leslie know so that we know how many chairs we need to have set up, that would be great. And for this event, we have scholarships available, so you can call Leslie about that. And if you would like to... Oh, perfect. Claire has a flyer in the back. Okay, so it'll be on the back table. But we're also asking people who either won't be able to attend for one reason or another, or would like to assist in helping others to attend. We have a scholarship fund that we're collecting money to help pay a part of, the fee for the workshop. So if you would like to donate to that, you can just write a check out and give it to Leslie. But make sure you put on that, in that little memo place, scholarship, so that we know for sure that it's for the scholarship for that. And then tomorrow afternoon at 2:45, there's going to be a meeting for anyone who would like to help to assist to get the word out for about Jeddah Molly coming. So it'll be right here at 2:45 tomorrow afternoon. And then all other information is in your e-bulletin. So, Saturday, October 1st, weather permitting, and actually a part of me hopes we have rain, but that's just me. We are actually going to have an outdoor work time. We've got 11 people signed up. So if you would like to help join in helping to clean up the outside area around the center, we could certainly use your help. But that will be on Saturday, October 1st, and we'll let everybody know what time that'll start. So part of our fundraising efforts for the year, we're planning on hosting a Wise Cheese and Arts evening. And we're putting out the call to all the artists for a piece of artwork that they would like to donate for that. And we're open to donations of any type of art medium, whatever we have. So just stay tuned for more on that. And generally, the Inspiring Women meet the second Sunday of the month, which is this, but because of smoke conditions and everything, that has been canceled for today. So if you were planning on having lunch with them, hopefully weather permitting and smoke permitting or clear skies permitting, they'll have this next month. And then the Inspiring Women event for September is a free workshop, The Creative Pendulum. And it's being led by the author of the book by the same name, Joan Rose Staffen. It's going to be on Saturday, September 24th, 10:30 to 12:30, and followed by a potluck salad bar right here at Unity. So, and then one other announcement I do want to say is that Carolyn Homan will be our chaplain for today. So after service, you can just go down the hall and turn left. Our chapel is right there if you would like to have some extra prayer for anything today. Carolyn will be our chaplain in there. Then I would like to, before we end our service, I'd like to really give thanks for everyone who has helped to assist in making today's service, be what it is. Definitely want to thank our musicians, Gabriel and Angela, for that. Those up in the heavens of our echelon, we had Kelly Garmeyer, Ed Dennis, and of course our own Leslie are up there. Thank you very much. Our ushers today were Larry and Carly, so thank you for ushering and greeting. And then Kathy and Carolyn were our greeters for the day, so each one of you saw them as they came in, so I really want to thank them. Our bookstore is Deborah Edmondson, and our beautiful altar today was done by Chris Stevens. So thank you all for helping with this. And now let's join together in our prayer of protection. And as usual, at the very end it says, "And all is well." And I always like to do what we do at Unity Clear Lake Center, and we say, and all is wonderful, and we yell out wonderful. All right. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, because I am, and all is wonderful. Yay, God. So now our final song of today is I Choose Love.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one tie that binds us that can't be undone. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one loving family, sharing one son. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because we choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. We choose love. We are all part of each other. We are one. One choice unites us. Let this be the one. We choose love. We choose love. We choose love.
Thank you all for joining here today. Thank you all on YouTube for being with us. Have a beautiful and blessed week. Awesome.